Hey guys, I'm back with another video. I will be doing, I do not know what that is on my shirt. My story time of when I found out that I was pregnant for the first time, and that was with my daughter Amia. I just graduated my high school. This is back in 2015. My relationship was still fairly new with my boyfriend. It just started off, I was working at the airport there at Bags Inc. doing wheelchairs. I was still fairly new to living on my, kind of on my own, but I was staying with my boyfriend and his parents at the time until I was able to kind of get settled and get a place of our own. And I was applying for college. I wanted to go to be a lawyer. Well, fast forward, I started feeling really, really sick, and me and my boyfriend, we did have unprotected sex a couple of times, and I didn't think too much of it because I just started taking the pill because that was recommended to me. They said, oh, it was decent, it was a good one, but at the time I wish I knew that it was not. But my daughter's still a blessing. At the end of the day, she was not planned. Some months kind of rolled by. I just was not feeling well. I was just getting really, really sick. I could not keep anything down. My job was getting harder. I started feeling like I was gonna pass out constantly. And one of my coworkers, Jack, he was like, hey, I don't have kids or anything, but I've seen this before with my family members. It's maybe you're pregnant. I was in denial. I was no, there's no fucking way I'm not pregnant, because I have a lot to do before I have kids. I was getting ready to go to college. I got accepted into the community college in Salt Lake City, and I was excited for that. And maybe 2 weeks before I was gonna actually go down and tour it, I was at home and I was just sitting there. I was talking with my friend Carrington. I hung up and I just got really, really sick. So I was fuck it, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a pregnancy test just to kind of be sure. But I was just doing it honestly for fun, because I was I know I'm not pregnant, I know I'm not, I haven't missed a period, which was a lie because I did. I was just in so much in denial. So I go and I pee on the stick, the whole whatnot. Then I put it on the dresser. At the time, my boyfriend, he was away on a camping trip he does with his friends every summer. So he was gone for about a week. And I took this the night before he came back. So I totally forgot about it, got sidetracked. I was on Facebook, Instagram, all of that, and I was kind of just looking more into the whole college thing and talking with my family members and things. I finally remember it. I go and grab it to go throw it in the trash because I'm oh, I'm not pregnant. Turns out I looked at it and I was complete shock. I saw 2 lines. I'm reading the box. I'm freaking out. Immediately in my head, I'm my stomach's gonna get big. I'm the first one out of all the kids in my family to have a kid. I was ashamed. So I get emotional. I felt really embarrassed. I was my grandpa and them are gonna be pissed at me. My mom's gonna be mad. I was supposed to come here, finish high school, get a trade, go to college. I wanted to do mission work after. I was more ashamed because I was doing mission work with my church, and I knew that would be put to a stop completely if I became pregnant and I was a mother. And it was really hard. I was so scared to tell anyone. I was so scared to tell my family. I was in denial. Took another one, came out positive. Immediately I called my best friend Carrington. I'm crying, I'm video chatting, and he's what's wrong? So I grabbed the test and I put it to the camera, and he was oh my god, is this a fucking joke? You have so much ahead of you. And I was I don't know what to do. Honestly, it's wrong that I did want to just pack up and just leave and just not tell my boyfriend anything, because we were having our small issues, and I was like, neither one of us are ready for a fucking kid. We just got out of high school. We still have a lot to go for. He wants to go to college. I honestly thought that he was just gonna be like, oh, it's not my kid, even though like clearly I've only been with you. And I thought he was just gonna up and leave me and just go about his life, and I was gonna be stuck with a kid, and my life was gonna be put on hold, that I wouldn't be able to go to college or do anything. I was scared, and then I finally just got the guts. I was like, I will tell my older sisters first, because I tried calling my mom and just to see what the fuck do I do. Clearly I don't believe in killing a baby, so no abortion was on the table. It was, I was gonna take responsibility. I took that risk. I got pregnant, so it's my responsibility. As of now, if the father wants to step up, he's gonna step up. If he doesn't, I still have to be there for the child. So I called my sisters. I like hesitated for like 30 minutes because I was like, how am I supposed to tell them? They're gonna be pissed at me. They're all just saying how proud they are of me, finishing school, going to college. So I go to call my sisters. I video chatted with them, and my sister Elena answers, and I was like, hey, I need you to go to Alana. I need to talk to you guys. I immediately thought they were going to be pissed off at me, that they were going to shame me and be like, what is wrong with you? You're stupid. Why are you getting pregnant? You're supposed to be going to school. My sisters answer, they're like sitting there waiting. They're like, well, what did you want? So all I could just do was pick up the test and show them. The focus was out. My sister Alana was like, I can't see it. What are you trying to show me? What are you trying to show us? So I put it a little closer so it focused. They immediately just froze. They didn't really say anything. My sister Elena was like just standing there. They both were asking me like, you're so young. What is your plan? What are you gonna do? Is this real? I told them it was. I said, I just found out. I don't know what to do. But honestly, I thought they were gonna yell at me. They were more supportive and was like, you're so young. If you decide that you don't want the baby, but you're gonna have it, because you're not gonna give it up, you're like, kill it. You're not gonna kill it. One of us are willing to take the baby. You will still be in the baby's life if that's something you want to do. Originally, I'm not gonna lie, that was what I wanted to do. I was gonna assign custody over to my sisters so I could go to school, but things ended up coming out a whole different way, and there's way more to that whole story with me giving birth with her. That was a lot of shit going on at the time. Then after I hung up with them, before I hung up, they were like, did you tell mom? Did you inform her of it? Have you talked to her? I told them no, because I couldn't get hold of my mom. I called my Auntie Mary and I told her, and she was just like, little nigga, you was supposed to be up there doing good for yourself, getting ready to go to college. You don't need a kid right now. And I was like, can you just please have my mom call me? And she just said, well, do what you gotta do. We're all gonna still be here for you. We're all gonna support you. Maybe an hour or two passes, my mom calls me, and I just immediately start crying. And she was like, you have something to tell me. And I was like, Mom, I don't want to tell you. I'm scared to. I don't want you to be mad. She was like, I'm not mad. Your Auntie Mary told me that you're pregnant. And she's like, is this real, or are you just playing a joke? Because I'm known for fucking around. I'm known for like playing jokes on everybody all the time. I'm known for like doing stuff like that. Everyone in my family is. And I told my mom, no, it's real. I don't know what to do. She asked me if I have told my boyfriend T, which I did not. I was like, no, he's away on camp with his friends. So she said, well, you need to tell him, and what are you gonna do from here? I said, I don't know. I'm gonna tell him and we will go from there. So the next day he returned back from his camping trip. It was already around like maybe 7, 8 o'clock at night when he got back. he decided, he asked me like, oh hey, what's up, how are you doing, like how are you been, I missed you, you know, all that. So I'm sitting on the bed, and then I was just like, can I ask you a question? He said, yeah, sure. It's like, hey, what do you think about having kids? And he was like, well, yeah, maybe in the future I'd want kids, but not now. I have to start my college. I want to do stuff with my life first so they can be stable. Like they have a home and everything. They don't have to struggle or worry about anything. And that's when I told him. He was like, well, why are you asking? Was something wrong? I just started kind of tearing up, and I was like, go to the dresser, which is where I left the pregnancy test. So he goes, he picks it up, and my heart is racing at this time. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. He comes back, he's holding it, he's sitting on the bed, and he was like, are you joking, or is this real? And I said, it's real. And immediately I thought he was going to get pissed off and be like, oh, I don't want the kid, abortion, da da da. He just turned around and he honestly hugged me, and he's like, well, we'll get through this, but we need to tell my parents. And we decided at the time, like, they were already under stress, and they definitely were going to be a little harder on us because they expected more, and we're living with them, so obviously we can't afford a baby. My job wasn't paying that much at the time. He was in and out of jobs looking for one that was stable and made enough money for us to be able to get our own place. So we just kind of put a halt on that. We didn't tell any of his family until I was a little farther along, to when he finally told them. But we kind of kept it a secret. The only people that knew was my family, but the whole time I was worried, I was stressed, and I was trying to hide my pregnancy the whole time from his mom and dad, because I was assuming that they were going to just be super pissed off and not wanting nothing to do with the baby, not wanting to do with us, and want us to leave. That's just what I honestly thought. I didn't expect for them to be there for us and actually help me through it. Though I was out in Utah by myself, my family's in Arizona, I have nobody. So that's just pretty much it. I'm sorry that I'm like so busted right now and I was tearing up, but that was with my daughter Amia, and I wouldn't change anything. I'm glad that I kept her. I made that choice. She's my little twin. Like, I love her so much, and I would never like imagine my life without her. And if you guys want to hear the one about with my son Mateo, I can share that one. That one was way different. I think you guys would be more interested in the birth story of that. But make sure you guys like, subscribe, and just keep supporting us, and leave any suggestions of other videos you guys would like to see. It'd help us out a lot more, help me with a lot of ideas, because I'm not the best at this. But that's about it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it.